Good morning. So I am starting this work week with a bit of interesting news. This is probably one of the biggest developments on this channel this year. Obviously there have been some big developments, so you know, Studio 2 and stuff like that. But this is one of the biggest changes that I've ever had to acclimatize to, and it's only just begun, and I don't know what the future holds, but it looks like we've hired our first editor. Now, Rob, I mean no disrespect, for those of you who don't remember, a year and a half ago, Rob edited a bunch of videos for me, and that was a huge help, especially before I was going to England and stuff. But I think even Rob will admit he's not a professional editor. He did a great job for the videos that had a specific formula that I needed help with, but we really need, moving forward, a way to keep the pace that we had going, which does get served better by the algorithm when you have 3 videos a week and when they are more engaging videos. Now, obviously we got to this crossroads due to burnout and a bunch of different things that took me to a place where I could either produce 2 good videos a week or 3 simple ones, and even then it would probably push me too far. So the hope is that with the help of this new editor, we'll be able to transition back to 3 videos a week, but not just 3 videos a week, 3 really good videos a week. And I really hope that this is going to be the next step to take the channel even further. And I'm always looking for ways to improve everything and bring the content up to a new level. And I'm really optimistic that this is going to be one of those things. So to give you a bit of an idea as to what you might be looking forward to, the recent video, Friday's video, the Pokemon video, was 90-something% edited by this new editor. And that was actually his audition. We went through an audition process with a bunch of different people. He was one of the finalists, and that was the piece that I was testing people out with. And his got the closest to my tone, and he's very professional. So you're actually going to meet him later this week. He's going to come here, and we're going to do a workshop day, because he's really familiar with the program and knows a lot of stuff I don't know. But at the same time, I've also spent about 6-7 years working on my pace. So we're going to work together to find a middle ground where I can really help him optimize his workflow to something that fits with what I need time-wise and structure-wise, so I can make tweaks and get things rolling really quickly, but then also so that I can learn how he works and so on and so forth. So anyways, that's the big news. He's going to come later this week, and that's going to mean more content, and we're going to go on to 3 videos a week starting this week and just see how it goes. And if it gets to a point where things start feeling difficult or there's too much tension, I'll just roll back to 2 videos a week until we catch up. But the goal is to move forward to 3 videos a week, and I'm really glad that this is moving forward quicker than I hoped, which is awesome. My favorite thing about this transition is there are pieces of content. Those of you who may have seen my little video pad idea, I have like this page of like video ideas and a whole bunch of stuff that I've wanted to get to for a long time, but they've just sat on that page because they're the sort of thing where I'll need a full day, maybe even a day and a half to film, but haven't been able to get to because so far my time has been divided between doing a half-day filming and a half-day editing, and then that's usually rolled over into another half-day editing, and I've been limited in terms of the ambition of the content I can create, whereas having an editor on my side means I can change my workflow around, so I can do some simple content here and there, but then once every couple of weeks or even maybe once a week have a full day, day and a half to make epic content and just make the content, not need to worry about editing, pass that on and then go back to making more content, which is like amazing. Anyway, so I'm really excited as to what that can mean for the future of this channel, and I'm really looking forward to it. But I've made my plans for this week. We have a lot of stuff that's going to be happening, including a few awesome collabs in the next few weeks, but let's get on to today. And today I'm going to make a fun tutorial. For those of you who have been watching the channel over the last few weeks and months, I made a tutorial on sketching I think a month or so ago. It was like a sketching 101. It performed really well and it was really fun to make. And I really like the idea that I can come back every now and then to do these 101 tutorials that are sort of really approachable and entertaining. So that's what I'm going to make today, but focused on poses and anatomy and stuff like that. So I'm going to create sort of like a dynamic poses 101 video. So I think that should be really cool. So I'm set up and ready to go. This is actually this is the sketchbook where I did the last 101 tutorial video. So you can see the drawings I did for the sketching 101 video, and I'm going to use the same sketchbook for this next one. I'm trying something different this time. Let me know what you think. I'm trying to use my cutting board as a base, a visual base for the actual video. just to give us something other than just the plain black that I've had. Let me know what you think, because by the time you see this vlog, this video will be out. And I'm just interested to know if you think it, I don't know, if it looks a little cooler or just, you know, nice for something different, or if you prefer the plain black. Go check it out and let me know what you think. So I've set up my dot points for the video, which I'm gonna follow as I create illustrations to sort of explain the poses 101 thing. There's two factors I think that make this approach to doing a tutorial more enjoyable, both for me in the creation process and I hope for you as a viewer. For me in the creation process, it means that I can actually just create my dot points and then just not present to camera and just create my illustration. So open up with a bit of a presentation, close with a bit of a presentation, maybe have something in the middle. But for the most part, it's actually just recording footage of me drawing, and it frees me up to take my time on things and make things look better. Because in the past, when I did tutorials, I would talk through it as I did it, and that meant that I would be limited to a few smaller examples. Usually they wouldn't look as good as they could because I wouldn't be able to refine them. It's more about the presentation aspect of me talking about it as I do it, which means I only really get one take unless I want to repeat it. And then as far as the viewing experience, I feel like it makes it more entertaining. I feel like you see better drawings go to you and faster, and it means that I get to cover more talking points in a short period of time with better illustrations, so it's more entertaining as well as potentially more informative. So I don't know, give me a feedback on this format, because I think doing it this way is a nice compromise of serving content to people who really want the tutorials, but also other people who just sort of like to be entertained and might sort of switch off a bit sooner if it were a bit more of an in-depth stuff. Now, this isn't saying I'm never going to do in-depth tutorials again, but this is, I feel, potentially a compromise to be able to do a little bit more of this stuff regularly to serve somewhere in the middle. Now, that doesn't mean I'm never going to do in-depth tutorials. It just means that it gives me something to use as a middle ground for people who want a little bit of that educational stuff as well as the entertainment stuff, and hopefully entertain people as well. G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Draw with Jazza. I'm Jazza, and today we're going to be going G'day ladies and gentlemen. G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Draw with Jazza. I'm Jazza, and today I'm going to share with you I've finished recording the raw footage of my video. Most of it's sort of speed art stuff, and I've gone through a bunch of different sketches, and this is the first thing I draw where my first point is essentially it's okay to copy. So I got that one out of the way nice and quick and used a picture from my photo reference pack because shameless plug! Time to move on to editing. I'm going to bring all this footage in and do a rough cut. You end up with an image that looks fairly effortless and almost as if there wasn't that much planning and erasing and meddling about as you saw me go through in the beginning. And that's one of the traps of looking at other people's art and seeing epic, refined poses. We sort of assume they just drew that there wasn't a bunch of mistakes or steps in the process. But there nearly always is. When you're drawing your poses, you will go through ugly phases and you may have to completely start again several times. I'm a bit over time today, so I'm going to wrap up with a quick question of the day from Lord Beator, who says, can you grow your beard? Nah. I don't know, maybe one day I'll be in a show where it requires I have facial hair. Maybe that will be the thing to make it happen for another temporary period of time. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. I look forward to getting to work and seeing you guys tomorrow in the stream. Links in the description to join the stream. We should have fun. I'm looking forward to picking up where we left off. I'll see you guys later. Before we go, there's one last thing we thought we'd share with you guys. This is a special little extra treat. Kate's cousin, I feel like you need to explain.
Yeah, I'll explain. His name is Alec.
Yeah. This is your cousin.
He was like a professional actor. Did quite a lot of stuff.
He was the Milky Bar Kid.
He was at one
He was the UK's Milky Bar Kid a while
anyone
back.
You have to be a bit older.
Children
of Green, no, he's that too. But he wouldn't like me to write back to his past.
Sorry, Alec.
So,
but we're giving him a shout out because...
Okay, so we did not understand this at first. Admittedly, we did not understand it. But over time, his new venture has really grown on us because we feel like it embodies
obnoxious consistency.
It's incredibly
now, when we say over time, this is years. This is over years and years.
He's created.
He's got this character that he sort of does snippet vlogs of. So he pulls out his phone randomly and he vlogs as this character, Malcolm, who runs an imaginary cafe. Like in like 10-second snippets, he'll pull out his phone and give a Malcolm's Cafe update.
Let's give it.
And there's a whole cast.
It's Malcolm. So Steve came back from his druid retreat in Scarborough this morning with quite an impressive...
Right, let's move on.
Hello fellas, it's Malcolm. Happy Halloween. I was in the Square of Miracles in Pisa, quite near.
So you get the idea.
Now that I'm here, and, you know,
It goes on. It goes on.
He signed up with the Barbarian Barber School in East London, and that's what...
Okay, so he's actually, I think he's let go a bit of the YouTube for Malcolm's Cafe.
So he does the Facebook regularly.
The Facebook video, and as you can see, they're only like 39 seconds long.
They're little snippets. I reckon it'd be fun to sort of send him some love. So if you find that amusing, I'll put the link to his Facebook in the description. Go watch a few, have a giggle, and tell him Jazza sent you.
Malcolm's Cafe, there he is.
How many likes has it got?
99 at the moment.
So he's got 99 likes, so let's give him 99 more. Go Malcolm.
It's got, yeah. So
go give him a review. Pretend you visited his cafe. But what I find most amusing about his videos is the cast. Like he has this full-on cast.
Actually has, yeah, he does. He has a whole cast. Pravati.
Olga.
Jazza likes to impersonate it. Go on, do it.
Hello, friend. No, that's bad. Hello. No, I can't do it.
Hello, fellas.
Hello, everyone. It's Malcolm here at Malcolm's Cafe. Make sure to, if you're trying the apple strudel, be wary because Pavati's had some bad gas. It's more like Castle strudel. Anyway,
please go and check it out because he deserves awards for consistency.
I feel like there's an Oscar there, but
for a very, very long time. And
so if you guys appreciate the obnoxious, consistent thing, this guy's right down there with us. So go give him a like.